Hey loves, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel, Life as Danny. I'm super excited to have you here today. Hopefully you decide to stick around and subscribe. Yeah, so I normally just pull out the baskets, show you what was in my drawer for the past month, talk about a few things, and then we shop my stash for the current month. So let's go ahead and do that. Knock out the palettes really quickly. I'm not going to go into too much detail. I pretty much use this one the most. I really like this palette, the Sweet Peach one, but I didn't reach for it that much. But it's a great palette. Moving on. I pulled one face palette, and it was the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Universe palette. I pulled this one because I knew that I was going to get the new Hourglass palettes, so I just wanted to use her up. I love it. It's an amazing face palette. Used her a lot, actually. I don't really like this. It's the Maybelline Instant Age-Rewind Perfector 4-in-1 Glow. I have the shade 1.5 Light Medium. Not the best in terms of like the actual product. It's just very transparent. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't give the best glow on the face, and then I'm also not a fan of the applicator, but I have it. It's in my collection. I'm going to continue to use it, but I don't recommend, or I don't really care for it. The NYX Plump Right Back Primer, I didn't notice a difference like in my skin. It didn't feel different. It didn't look more plump. It is what it is, but it's an okay primer. I'm gonna skip over the concealers. I really enjoyed though the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. So bomb, so amazing. And then my Kat Von D Lock It Foundation. It wasn't doing it for me. I don't know. Probably my skin was just changing, but it was just like not the best. But this foundation is heaven sent. It's the L'Oreal Infallible foundation with sunscreen, SPF 25. I have the shade 480. There you go. I love this foundation so much. So alright, bronzers, blush, highlights. Let's get into it. I enjoyed my Juvia's Place Blush Bougie Volume 4 quite a lot. When I was looking for like a more soft, like not too out there, I was using this one, but they're both so beautiful. Love this. Let's talk about Nabla. I fell in love. So I really was enjoying this bronzer. It's very soft, subtle, and it just really complements my skin really well. I have the shade Soft Revenge. So yeah, this one got a lot of love this past month. And then I have the highlighter in Amnesia. It's really nice. Okay, the Glowish bronzer, I have the shade Medium 02. This is a sample size because I just wanted to try it out. I like it. It's very pretty on my skin, and it just gives like a very light color. Like, it doesn't do much. You can barely tell that it's there. So on my more like natural, no makeup days, I went for this. But if I were to purchase the bigger size, I would probably choose a darker color, and maybe it would add a little bit more definition and color, but it's very natural, and for that I like it. I am skipping over pretty much everything, but these two, I also really enjoyed them a lot. This is the Physicians Formula Bread and Butter Bronzer, and this is the highlighter in Let's Toast. First of all, love it so much. It smells amazing, and the color like itself, so pretty on my skin. It's a beautiful champagne color. And the Bread and Butter bronzer, it's just something else. Like, it is so pretty on the skin. Alright, so that is everything. Oh, and for loose powder, I pulled the Givenchy Prism Libre powder in 3 Voila Rose. I love this stuff. It's like magic, literally. So alright, I'm gonna put everything away and let's shop my stash for November. So for primers, I am not too sure what I haven't used in a while. I'm gonna pull my Tatcha Silk Canvas primer. I'm gonna pull my Too Faced Hangover RX primer, and I am going to be pulling my Milk Hydro Grip primer. This was in here very recently, but I love it, so I have to pull it. For foundations, I just got a new foundation, so I am pulling her. I'm definitely going to be coming in this box a lot, so I hope you guys don't mind. But yeah, I'm going to be pulling this foundation. This is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation in Santa Fe. I'm going to open it right now. And here is what it looks like. From my foundation drawer, let's see. I am going to be pulling my Clinique Even Better Clinical Foundation, and I am in the shade WN38 Stone. For another option, I'm going to go with I'm going to also be pulling the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation in Soft Beige. For concealer, I feel like we rotated through these again, like, very well, so I'm not too sure what we're going to be pulling here, but let's see. I guess I can pull my Rare Beauty concealer. I am in the shade 190W. I'm going to pull my Kosas concealer, and I think this is the last one I'm going to pull. I am in the shade 04N. And then for cream contour, I haven't used this baby in a while, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull this one. It's the Chanel Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream in 395 Soleil Tan Deep. For a powder bronzer, I'm going to be pulling my new Gucci bronzer. It is in 02. I'll go ahead and open it for you guys, but I just wanted to show you. It came in this really pretty velvet sleeve, and here's what it looks like. I tried it today and I love it so much, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there. For blush, now I want to pull the face palettes, but I don't know if I should pull all of them, put them in my drawer, and like just make myself use all of them throughout this month. I don't know what to do because there's a lot. There's 4 of them, and yeah, they're all just kind of different. Some have face powder, some don't, bronzers, blush, highlight. They're all just different in their own way. But I also have these blushes, these Gucci blushes that I want to use. So I guess if things change. If I add or take away things, it'll be fine. So I'm just going to add both Gucci blushes. This one is in 06 Warm Berry, and then this other one is in 05 Rosy Beige. I just wanted to show you what they look like opened. Go ahead and put those in there, and then I'm just gonna pull all the face palettes. I'm gonna open them, show you guys what they look like. So here is the Tiger palette. Now this one is the darkest one of the three of them, and I got a comment saying that this one would probably be too dark for me. So I have to try this like ASAP, so I'm probably gonna try this tomorrow, and if it's too dark then I'm probably gonna return it and get something else. For now it's gonna be put in my drawer. Here is the Butterfly palette, super pretty. You have 2 pressed powders, blushes, and strobe powders, which are just highlighters. And then I'm going to be adding in my third Hourglass palette. And yeah, this is what this one looks like. Super pretty. Can't wait to play with all of these. And then they're kind of like magnetic. Well, like obviously, but like they're like, look at this. Yeah, they're very much magnetic. So, and then the last face palette that I'm going to be adding is my Charlotte Tilbury Beautifying Face Palette. So let's open it. Here is what it looks like. You have 2 blushes and 2 highlighters. So yes, I'm just very excited to play with all this makeup. Let's move on. There are 3 eyeshadow palettes in this Too Faced Christmas Bake Shop, so I'm going to be adding all 3. Here they are. I'm going to be adding all 3 of these palettes into my stash, and these also have blushes, and then one of them right here has a highlighter. So yeah, I will open it and show you what they look like. Here are all the palettes. So this one is a chocolate chip palette. Yes, my vanity is still broke. I thought it would be easy to like find a place that replaces glass, but it's kind of difficult. So anyways, the next one is this one, and this is called the Sugar Cookie palette. And then here is the last one, which is by far my favorite. It is called the Ginger Snap palette. I'm going to be choosing from here is I'm going to just throw in like the new lippies and put them here. These are also like the new lip products from Sephora. So I just have a lip liner, and then this is a lip set. So I'm going to open it, fix all this, but from that drawer I'm going to be pulling these 2 lippies. And then I'm also going to be pulling my Essence All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder. So those Hourglass face palettes have some powders in there, but I also want to pull this one just in case I'm not filling those on certain days. So yes, I'm going to come in my blush drawer just to pull some cream blush. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull my e.l.f. Putty Blush, and this is in the shade Bahamas. I just want to make sure I'm giving myself some room to play. I know I have plenty, but just in case. I have a good amount of highlighters. There's some in the eyeshadow palette, the Too Faced eyeshadow palette, and I have a bunch of face palettes, but I don't have anything cream or liquid, so I'm just going to pull this Benefit What's Up highlighter. This one right here. And for loose setting powder, I'm going to pull my Beauty Bakery setting powder in the shade Oat. Here is my monthly makeup drawer for November. Guys, this feels so empty. Like, I'm like, did I do this wrong this month? I think it's because I have all the face palettes, so they kind of act as bronzers, highlighters, and blushes itself. So that's why this seems empty. I have no clue as to why this seems empty. I usually always pull three primers, 3 foundations, and I think I usually pull 2 concealers. I don't know why it feels so empty. It also looks empty, but yeah. So Again, Milk Makeup Primer, Too Faced Hangover RX Primer, my Tasha Silk Canvas Primer. Here I have my foundations, concealers, cream bronzer, I have 2 powders, a pressed and loose. I have my Gucci blushes, and then I pulled this cream blush just for variety. I have a cream highlight, oops. And here I cleaned it up a bit too, so it's normally very full and chaotic, but I just have like what I think I'm going to pull for the most. Yeah, I have my mascaras, my lash curler, I have just 2 brow products. So I have this Brow Setter by Benefit, and then I have my Brow Freeze by Anastasia. I have my MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. I pulled my new Pat McGrath Labs lip liner. That's in here. I have my by Mario lip set in here. That's brand new. I have my Tarte, my new Too Faced lipstick. And then all the face palettes are right there. And then my 3 eyeshadow palettes. Girls, that completes my November Shop My Stash video. I really hope you girls enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below to join my pink girly fam. And yeah, I'll see you pretties in my next video. Bye!